There you are. How have you been? What you been up to? Man, the days are flying by. I mean, they are flying by. Whew. As we inch closer and closer to another season of celebrations, your heart, my heart, our imaginations are challenged to stay focused on this thing called why we gather, which is a word and a definition not so readily used over the past couple of seasons. Now, here's the truth for a future reader and a future listener. It's never going to be written that we as a human race stayed 100% completely away from each other during the holidays between 2020 and 2022. A nurse from a local hospital told me just this past Saturday that her team at the hospital is preparing for a huge COVID increase between Thanksgiving 2022 and mid-January 2023. All of that family time during an age of a lingering virus that acts and reacts like a true shapeshifter. But it's one that we can't trust. I mean, look at what's going on in China right now. They're still battling COVID. And as we get closer to year number 3, businesses in China remain closed, and the people there are being arrested for gathering. A season of celebrations, like that of hurricanes and snowstorms. All we can do is patiently wait. Hey, it's Arrow. This is The Daily Mess, a chronological walk through an everyday world. I am a daily writer. I view the world. I listen to the atmosphere. And it's just something that I write about. Not to be a historian, not to sit there and say I was here, but there's something always moving in the wind. And the question is, can we learn from it? This is The Daily Mess. Today we're reading from November 22nd, 2022. My daily goal is to walk free of a hidden landscape, to stay clear of hidden inabilities that stall the truer calling. As if in front of a change or challenge, to not be weighed down by a feeling of having nothing. No without saying no. Do you know what I mean by that? No without saying no. Know where you are. Know how you'll act. Know how you'll react. No without saying no. Because we find that wall and we'll go, no, it's not going to happen. No. There was a joke that a preacher told me one time when we were up in Billings, Montana. The preacher said, the Mormons, they're tough. They're tough. They're really super tough. They walked across the mid part of this nation as one people looking for the promised land. They got to right there in the Salt Lake City area, took one look at those Rocky Mountains and said, no. And they stopped right there. Now, for some reason, the preacher thought that was funny. I don't know why I even shared this story today, except for we all face huge mountains. And when we see those mountains, what we know is that we're going to say, no. What we have to learn is how to gain access to who and how we are, and we need to remove it from the hidden landscape. Saying yes to an opportunity opens the systems of choice to strengthen. There are things that we want and we have got to try out and we have got to accomplish, only to quit 6 miles into the journey. We have made it too easy for others to retreat to their hidden landscapes. I'm constantly told that it's out of respect to recognize their position in life. Yet, we hear them complain in the days and the months that follow. They constantly say, why can't I? And why is this happening? You've got to remove yourself from the hidden landscapes. Those little places inside your body where you look at that mountain before you, that wall or that hole that something dug for you, and you go, no, I'm not going to do it. No. And I'm guilty of that. I really am. I'm not the same person that I was during my terrestrial days where I would put in the 15 to 16 hours a day and never complain once. Today, the essential job, they would love for me to give them 10 to 12 hours a day. And I'm saying no. I did a lecture yesterday afternoon, 4-hour lecture. And my goal is to get hands dirty, get people involved, not to just stand there and share the journey or to open up their imaginations in the way of saying, this is what you've got to do. I don't want to say anything like that because the artist that's in you has to be able to feel comfortable when it comes out. So they were learning digital editing yesterday. We weren't even 30 minutes into it when one of the students looked at me and said, this is not me. I can't do it. No. So I sat beside him and I very patiently explained why and how and where and who. And you sit, and what happens is that it opens the imagination, because those who are teaching and sharing need to offer more comfort, a stronger path, a reason why you should take a chance. My daily goals are to walk free of a hidden landscape. How do you push yourself beyond the mountain? You've got to know without saying no. Gaining access to who and how you are removes the hidden landscape. Know who you are. Don't run from you. There are things that you need to accomplish. You hear it in your heart. You see it in your eyes. It's there. And then when you reach out to grab it, you hear no. Because we don't like challenges and changes. To become a stronger and bigger and better you is going to require change. Decisions have to be made. But we're all procrastinators. The daily goal: to walk free of the hidden landscape. I'm Arrow, and that's the Daily Mess.